Double check your car setup.
All right. If you are joining me here now, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, what we have going on here today, if I could go to my desktop like a smart person. What we have going on here today is a little bit of Road America practice. I've got a race coming up on Saturday. It's going to be with me and co-pilot Nick, 59 North Motorsports, going at it. Place where we last won. Place we previously won. I don't believe I've done anything since the last time I streamed. As a matter of fact, my car's still on low fuel from the quali. I tried at the end when I was up massively, ended up going off, so set that back to normal. I'm at 4 degrees, that's where I'm going to leave it. The stint is a struggle when it is hot. Ugh, I'm getting tire warning with 5 laps to go for at least one of mine. At least one tire. Okay. I'm going to do a quick refill of fluids and one other thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, if you're again, if you're joining us, this is going to be practice. This is just a practice session. That is it. What we're doing here is practicing for a 3-hour VRS Endurance race at Road America this upcoming weekend. I believe we're going to be doing it on Saturday. I haven't spoken to my co-pilot yet, but that is usually what we aim for. I already do have the car set up here. There is quite a few people out here actually, which is cool. I'm fine with it. That's why I leave my practice sessions open. If anybody listening has iRacing, a wheel, pedal, rig, setup, the whole 9 yards, you are more than welcome to jump in at any point in time. I say that and like 5 more people jump in now. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do here is give you a little peek at a brand new livery for the car. Nah, that's wrong. It's not a brand new livery. It's a revision of the previous livery that we had here that took us to victory lane the last time. And I really like this thing. This thing is freaking cool. So, the car previously had the purple, matte black paint job with the purple stars on it. I had a little wins because they had purple and it worked out perfectly. Thank you very much, Ben Keating, for being the man. Little Thrustmaster edition, little MSI Afterburner logo edition. I touched up all the colors just to update everything for the newest set of rules regarding spec maps, and there was a fairly large change to the way that those work around December, I want to say, and this design was run prior to that. I had gone back and like tried to fix it, and I thought I had done it successfully, but I didn't. So I had to go back and do another try at it. So this is what I'm now calling uh, Purple Nighttime, and Nighttime is a K-N-I-H-T, like a medieval knight. And previously was called the Purple Commando. So I wanted to leave something fighter, warrior, something kind of like that in there. And it's black and it's purple. I like it. I added more blue touches. I specifically around the grill and the top of the wing mirrors. I made the 59 at the very top blue as well to give it a little bit more visibility. And I did the same at the back. Theme, something you will pretty much always see on all of our cars, is the otter. Otter always rides, guys. Otter always rides. Little Falcon Heavy down at the bottom for those on the know. Little Bender action at the rear. Little SpongeBob action at the rear. It does say, be prepared to stop underneath the wing too. And if you are unfortunate enough to be behind me, that is visible from another car. So, let's jump into it. I have pretty heavily modified my what's it called? Telemetry, my visible overlays, because it's greatly different now. And now I'm just realizing that they're not working or something along the lines of that. It's not possible that they see. Okay, I apologize. I'll be right back when I figure out how to make this overlay work. Okay, I apologize for the holdup. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong because it worked yesterday. Does it need to be on specific? Ah, there we go, there we go. Okay, okay. Okay, I have some overlapping issues, but I'm going to deal with that at another point in time. Get my SimHub dashboard up and going so that I can roll with confidence here. Let's do one more thing. This back. So, I previously had, on my screen, I previously had things like a live leaderboard directly on my
Watch your speed.
dashboard. I realize I messed up the pit exit there. I'm gonna dive out of the way for this guy. Sorry if I messed you up, buddy. Oh. Problems already. So I previously had live leaderboard map and it's just track temp. It's 111 out here, so it's not much cooler than it was the other day. I do need to pull over and calibrate my wheel. I did not do that. I made the mistake of plugging it in and then going with it, and that's just a mistake. All right, going one way all the way there, back to the center. For this particular setting, I prefer it to be right around 580. Pedals. Done. Okay. It's good to just do that. Sometimes I catch it where it's like it's got a much tighter steering ratio than what I want it to be. So.
Watch your speed.
That's how you exit right there. All right. See, previously I had live map try to get through this statement this time without me messing it up. Previously, on my screen live, I had live track map, a live leaderboard, and a live fuel box that was through SimHub. I've switched that now, so that way all of that stuff except for the shift light indicator is the only thing that remains on the center screen now. I like the way it looks, less clutter. I am just so used to this particular shift light setup. I really like this exact shift light setup. It's bright, it's big bold colors, it flashes the way I want it to. I don't know how to tell you other than that. Whoa, it's way too much there. Gonna spin. Yep. Oh yeah, don't hit the wall. Almost mastered how to spin there without hitting the wall every time. That's the best way to warm up your tires, in case you're wondering. It's the best strategy. What happened there is that I just was talking and not paying attention because I'm terrible at this. I can only do one thing at once, guys, for now. I'll get better. Again, not paying attention, looking at my stream deck to make sure some settings are correct. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Nice deep cut through that, I like that. I don't think it was the fastest, but whatever. There are some guys in this session in the high 204s. That's got to be a quality lap, and then some, like. Nice roll through. I was watching a replay last night of me doing this by myself. I posted a clip of that battle. I think it was one Road America, Intense Battle Road America up to the line, some crap like that, clickbaity title. And that was an awesome one. I realized I was watching the way that I was driving the car and how much confidence I had in the car at that race, where I was just like chucking it through corners and just having all the faith in the world. Like, you could just tell I was ripping the wheel and just making the car rotate nicely and everything. Just does not feel the same this time around for a couple of reasons. One, it's just not the same this time around. It's now and it's not then. Two, the cars have all been given slightly more weight and slightly more power. Number three, it wasn't 110 degrees in that video. It was like 75 track temp. So if you're sitting there after a couple laps wondering, gee, why is he running 8s on his good laps? Because it's extremely freaking hot. I haven't built the same gel with the car as last time either. Full disclosure, I just haven't felt as connected with it as previously, although that lap was really not bad at all, apparently. I had one or two moments on that lap, and I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, way too slow, way too slow. I'm sorry, dude, I'll get out of your way. I'm gonna take a dive right here, basically. Breathe the throttle, let him go. Big coast down to the 2. See, people get out there, and I don't trust that. I just cannot trust that, honestly, because you need almost everybody to be going out there in order for it not to get marbly. And I'll try to nail every curb that I see, but yes, there's the mojo I needed there. Okay, so it still works. I was wondering if what I was doing last time worked there, which is you kind of double apex it, wait for like a peak in the corner, and at one point the car goes from understeering to oversteering. And when the car goes to oversteer, you basically, oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm in third gear when I should be in second. So the car goes from, so you accelerate up through the gears into the bowl 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's 1, but 2, 3, and then into 4. And on 4 you accelerate a little bit and then start to coast. I accelerate in 4th until the car starts to push to the outside into oversteer, and then I coast through the middle phase of it. And then when the car starts to oversteer on the exit, that's when I know it's time to apply throttle again. It doesn't actually oversteer, but you can feel where it shifts from the understeer to full grip. You're waiting for that moment, kind of, where you see the angle of the car compared to the angle of the corner is now squared off and hit it. Being said, don't listen to the guy doing 211s. Oh, the other major change is the tires too as well. The tires are completely different compared to our win here. 4th, and that's where I start to feel the oversteer push. Comes back around right there, you see a square off, and now same amount of steering angle all of a sudden pulls the car back towards the corner, and that's where I know to start accelerating, basically. I think my theory is that the car's pointed at that point, and as long as it can hold the grip, which if you've done it before, you know that it can hold the grip. I need to do that every time there instead of whatever the hell I was doing. Oh, rad move, man. That was pretty sweet. Good fucking pit entrance. Alright, we'll pull a big coast here. Right from that blue cone at the pit exit down to the last cone, down to 4th gear. Can't do that. Okay. I probably can if I hit the brake better. Or 2nd gear's a mistake there. You gotta leave it in 3rd. Try to roll it through with speed. It's the only way to keep up momentum down this. Right now I see nobody going for long stints. There's only one person on the track who's been out there longer than I have on this current stint so far, and I definitely joined the game pretty late, so the fact that I'm up there in laps now compared to everybody is actually interesting. How many people are not doing stint practice? That's just fucking bad at this right now, guys. It's just as simple as that. Car can look as good as it wants. It doesn't matter if I'm just not paying attention because I'm talking. That's going to be the problem with the streaming, but I'm gonna try to fight through it. During the race, there might not be that much entertainment. I mean, especially when I'm in the car, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of like actual talking and stuff. You'll hear our radio chatter, I think, at those moments, and that'll be just about it. Because it would be my worst nightmare to dump the car because I was talking to my stream. It's bad enough anytime you gotta dump the car when you're driving endurance racing. When you share a car with somebody else, it makes accidents so much worse. It makes everything. At least for me, I feel the pressure. Even if I am the faster guy in the car, even if I'm clearly the faster guy in the car, I feel the responsibility to be able to hand the car over, or to take possession of it from him. Or same way around the other way. I'm sure he feels, you know, that pressure. Nobody wants a moment like what happened on Saturday at Spa with Bourdais and the number 3 Cadillac Piper car, where Renger van der Zande unfortunately had a terrible moment going up towards Radeon and lost the car. Supposedly it was a power steering failure of some sort, and it just spat him out up into the wall. Bourdais in the garage, I'm sure he had, you know, race, you know, fireproof whatever's on underneath it, but he didn't even get to drive the car. It was a couple hours in too at that point, or it was getting there. He didn't even get to drive the car. I've been there myself. Petit Le Mans last year, unfortunately we had a terrible start. We had a 3-person team going into Petit. It was 59 North. We decided to take on a 3rd person onto our team for the first time. It'll probably be one of the last times outside of Daytona, we've decided. We had a terrible start to Petit, and I didn't even get to get, it was hours. We stuck with it for a few hours. I never even got to drive that day. I did practice. Just a terrible run through those last couple of corners. Jewel says thanks for hosts, or Jewel? Is your name Jewel? I don't mean to laugh, but it's a little funny. Thank you, brother. I'm not pushing it hard enough there. Maybe I'm going too slow in. I'm gonna try to go through there a little quicker next time. I'm gonna try. Maybe I hold the gas just a touch longer and try shift the coast. I have a legitimate reason for coasting. I'm really, honestly not trying to save fuel. This is how I run this track fastest. Oh no, I'm talking again and I fucking ruin it. Ah! Almost ruined that poor guy. Alright. There are so many cars out here. Well, I did improve to a legitimate 208-297. Oh, you know what?
Watch your speed.
The 207. Did I see a 207? One of my first flyers was actually due to, oh, I'm gonna be right in this guy in the corner, and I can't do anything about it. So he just fucking hits me. Okay, dude. I should fucking... I was, like, clearly moving over to the side. Why would you just fucking clatter into me like you're fucking Lewis Hamilton or something? Are you fucking serious? Like, yeah, I realized I like, that was fuck, dude. I literally could not get out of the way, and then you just fucking ran me down. I need to see your... Give me your cockpit view, please, because if you did that on purpose, you are out of here. No, that really sucked, and I'm very sorry. It was a misjudgment. He just misjudged. I've done that. Nick's done that. Sorry I got in your way, man, honestly.
Watch your speed.
Parked it, okay. Yeah, he's gonna end up fucking this guy, so... Now I don't feel that bad, because that was the guy that... No, it's not. No, it's not. I shouldn't describe that, but this guy in front of me just did the exact same thing. Funny. Can't escape it. Somebody's spinning. Another car off. Way too... I am lucky to survive that. Way too early. Way too much. Wide. Alright. Probably be quiet for a few minutes here. Better. More speed, honestly. More speed to the first half of it. This guy's all over me. Don't try to pass me before the king. I will not let you. Perfect run. Ooh, a little on the curb. He fucking binned it. Nice. A little squirrel on the curb there. much better. Still not amazing, but much better. This will net me a second, be in the 207.2 range, hopefully. What it looked like. 207.3. Boy, what a run that was. That was nice. 2/10 at the very first corner. Finally using all that. Okay, so I need to push it down to that corner, really. Not even, slower. It was slower out. Man. Here we go. Now we're starting to build a nice little rhythm. Wow. Death. Death everywhere. Tried to do a little coast and break down to the 2, but they ultimately gained a 10th and lost 2, so it didn't matter. Rotate, motherfucker. I'm getting out to that curb, but I'm not getting it to rotate as much as I would like. Take a little toe back to the line though. The 10th off. It's all over. It's okay. I was too, just like 5 minutes ago. Is geared, it's left or something, right? Correct. Left. Is geared up. That's a ridiculously long word for a direction. I did pressure him a little bit, but to be honest, I thought he was just gonna brake really hard the way he was driving, so I backed way off. Good thing I did. Oh, too much on the grass. Again, talking. See a theme. Only allowed to talk on the straights from now on. That's what I have to do. I could do this. I just gotta rearrange the time I'm speaking at. It's been pretty well behaved as far as like attempting not to block each other out of the pits and stuff. like throwing up open hosted sessions. A lot of people come to them sometimes, depending on the track and if there's an event coming up. You get days like today where I've got 32 plus times on the board, 45 actually. It'll give you a real idea of like where you are too on strength level. And nothing beats a randomly generated weather condition when it's based off of the series and session that the race is going to be in. You can't beat that. Talking in corners again. This guy have the inside. I'll take a coast from the 5 here. I didn't like that. Feeling a little slippage. Track temps 115 again. Damn it. And if it's not 115, like this track's gonna feel like it's flying. Like I'm just gonna be able to push it everywhere if it's not boiling with tires. The fact that I'm still borderline 207, I picked up a little bit of average time since last night, or since the last session. I would say when I'm not talking in the corners and paying attention to the track, I'm quarter second faster on average. Starting to thin out. There's still big blocks of cars on track though. Definitely getting some slip out of the rear end now. Places I wasn't before. Come on. Doing 2 laps that way. I hate doing that. I'd rather just ruin one. Cloud cover. Back down to 112. Can't take that flat out. I'm balancing it if I am. I'm asking for trouble if I am. Yeah, those tires are freaking hot, dude. I don't get it. Honestly, really debating adding a 5th degree, the wing to the car. I don't want to be dead on the straights. I know Nick is definitely not going to want to be dead on the straightaways. Like, oh boy, if we get to, I think I should talk to him about it. If Okay, I feel like if we get to it and we read the track temp and it's 110 at the start of the race, like I think it would be beneficial to run the 5th degree. That being said, I'd have to run the 5th degree on a session that's this hot to tell you that it's even worth it, just to make sure that the balance is there. A full degree of wing would change a lot of things, balance-wise in the car. Okay, this guy's getting out of the way. Just a little confusing. Good. Oh boy, that was close. I didn't want to do that. I've seen a lot of smoke down there too. I get a feeling that a lot of people are actually struggling with that right now. I should be off, at least partially off throttle through there for the remainder of this session. Wow, these tires are moving around under me like nobody's business. I'm surprised. They feel like, I hate to say, they feel like rubber. These tires feel like rubber, mate. Yeah, great sense. They're just not good. They're just giving way a little bit, like almost everywhere. Like, I'm trying to drive the car pretty hard, especially through a couple corners in particular, and I know this is an extremely high energy circuit. You have to, like, there's a couple corners you have to load the tires up, and it's all on the left side generally. Back to the throttle so late there that time. Okay, that works. I'm gonna lose a tenth there like every time, maybe even more, but it works. Off the brake there because I thought it was about to touch the grass. I'm on a nice patch by myself here at least. This session has been jam-packed the entire time almost. There's a line of cars that I see on my track map. sometimes I feel like I'm nailing the braking there and it's stopping way too early, and other times I feel like braking in the same place and the same force and it doesn't stop at all. My foot now too far there because I was talking in a corner again, guys. If you're watching. Was that 6th time I hit the wall while I was talking? I was doing fine. Bad spot to stop, honestly. Like, if you're gonna stop and pull over, like, do it in a spot where there's, like, definitely clearly no racing line. Like, dude, people are still angling out after that corner. They may not have gone across the track there yet. And a matter of fact, because there is a little talking in the corners. Oh, I was just losing the rear. Unbelievable. I can't even keep control of this car anymore. Thing is wild. I think I'm good here.
Watch your speed.
Got a half a stint in.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I just,
2.
I don't know. I'm gonna throw a 5th degree on it. No, because, well, let me uncheck all the tires real quick. No, because regardless, it's gonna, when I do the tune, it's gonna do that. I need to know what. I don't want to put another freaking half hour into this to find out what 5 degrees is like down the line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right here.
Stop.
Just to find out that 5 is just as bad.
We're done. Get going.
Okay.
Watch your speed.
That was a mistake to try to follow him. I'm gonna kill this guy now. Extra a little cold. Steak. Alright, so I guess this isn't it. I'm gonna run a couple more laps just to feel out this 5 degrees of wing and see what I think of it. I'll tell you what, kinda like it already. Past him. See ya. This feels so much better. I just feel like I could plant it in so many more areas where you just need to. I mistimed that. That was me. I went in too late there. Sometimes you might see me make little saws at the wheel. It's not always that it's a direct correction. Well, it's always a correction of some sort, but if you see me saw like a little bit, a couple times, 3-4 times, like probably because I just felt it go light a little bit. Watch the exit. This guy's throwing anchors. Now I actually feel hooked up. It might be because I'm only on lap 3 of this stint, but the car feels so much more right now. I feel like it can actually go and attack some corners. Nope, not that one though. Yeah, I just held in it. If it was competition, I wouldn't have done that, but... Okay, that's it for me. I pushed it too hard there. I turned in just a hair too late. Didn't coast enough through the middle. I had too much speed. I hit the apex, but the car stuck through the first half of the corner in the apex, but based on that line and speed, there was just no way I was gonna make it. So, that is that. So, go ahead and a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Watch me mess myself up for a lap or two here. So yeah, overall, I felt like that was very good. I mean, terrible. No, honest assessment is I'm glad I got to run the track, and I'm glad I tried the 5 degrees at the end. That gives me more confidence. I hate 115 degree tracks. Yeah, so I'm big conflicted on this one. I only ran a couple laps with the 5 degrees. I don't think Nick's gonna like it. It's gonna be a sell. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard sell, I think. He'd have to try it too as well. It's supposed to generate weather every time, and when it's set to generate weather, it's supposed to generate different weather, usually. But the fact that I've done 3 sessions now, and I've checked every time, and it's been on, generate weather. I've tried it 3 times now, and it's still hot as hell. So, can't do anything about that, guys. I have to prepare. You have to prepare for the worst. If we get there and it's, 95, that's awesome. We'll be so much more comfortable and confident in the car, but you have to prepare for the worst. And this is typically how we run our practice sessions, where you might not, you're pretty much, I don't think we ever practice under ideal conditions. I don't believe in practicing that way. If you're doing that, I think it's okay at the end of a stint, after at the end of a stint or 2 of practice, and the track's cooled off at that point, it's kind of back to where it started maybe, then you throw a couple gallons in the car and the track's a little cooler, you throw some fresh tires on, you go for a quality try. I see some value in that. It's not really the same as practicing in 75 degree air temperature every time. It's not how you understand how to drive the car under the conditions that you're going to be racing in. And I think that's where a lot of people get caught out. I mentioned earlier that nobody practices stints. I think this is probably one of the single most... I don't know what superlative to use. This is probably the single thing that blows my mind the most about other people that do this. Like yeah, we will put 5 hours practice. We will, I will put 5 stints in over the course of a week to be good for a 3-hour race, even if I do only drive the hour. Because I don't want to be the guy that fucking bins it. I also don't want to be the guy that's just getting passed and has to go so slow because I can't keep the car on the track. Look, ultimately, I want to have fun at this. And it's fun when you have the car under control, when you understand what's going on around you. It's It's fun when you're in it. When you are stuck in it and you're doing it, but you can't just jump into it. This is the single biggest thing in my life that I've wanted to do better at, to be better at in my life outside of work. I've never really wanted to improve at something as intensely as I would like to improve myself at this. Because when everything's going right, you know, I've got those couple good clips. When everything's going right, you get that win, you get that last lap battle, you get that pass. Man, endurance racing, the whole spirit of endurance racing it is, you know, hopefully after 24 hours you've got a fight on your hands. Hopefully at 22 hours into a 24-hour race, you're looking at a fight, and it's like, this is ridiculous. We've been running 4 drivers through a car for 22 hours and you're still right next to us. Or maybe one of you guys fell back a long way and you finally fought your way back to this team, and like, that's everything. Every minute of practice, every contact with another car, every slide, every 4X, every off track is worth the times when you're coming down out of the last corner and dragging a guy down the straight to take the win, or getting knocked early in the race and coming back from nowhere to the top 10 or the top 5. I don't even have to win. I've had battles for 14th place in Miata Cup cars that felt better than winning, to be perfectly honest. I've had battles for 14th place at Sebring in a Miata Cup cars that felt better than some of my wins, because they were just such good races. I wonder if I have those clips. I think I got the replays saved somewhere. I'll make some clips for you guys and put some of that stuff up. But yeah, so thank you to anybody who came and watched tonight. I'm sorry if you were expecting something different or more or less. This was just practice. I wasn't hiding that. It clearly says that in the title. I'm glad that the overlays work. I do need to... Oh wow, I can use quite a bit less fuel. I'm just looking at the deltas on the stream now. I do have some tweaks to make. I like what I have going on so far, but there needs to be a couple more tweaks for all this layout and everything, so we can get a better idea of what's going on. I'm glad all that works though. That's when I just let him pass. He was on me, he earned it. Okay, to everybody who watched, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you'll join us for the race on Saturday. I'll have a little bit more details coming up this week for that. We will most likely do multiple streams this week in the form of practice sessions. We'll get co-pilot Nick on board so that he can say some stuff in the stream too, and you guys can learn a little bit about him before Saturday perhaps too as well. Great to see everybody, and have a good night.